then. You butchered that. Sam smiled. Ben wasn't positive, but he thought there were tears in Sam's eyes, too. Yeah, well, some of us can't get our tongues around that fancy French crap, Ben defended. He'd never had Sam's gift for languages, or his interest in them. English and the exact amount of broken Spanish he needed to get by in California had always been good enough for him. I'm not making any comment about what you can and can't get your tongue around, Sam said. Ben swallowed. That was the problem, wasn't it? There was a whole lot he couldn't get his tongue around. Sam hadn't meant it that way, but it still hit home. The most important person in Ben's world was 2 minutes from leaving him forever, and he couldn't bring himself to say anything to stop it. The consequences were too big. He was too afraid. Ben opened his mouth to say something. Anything. Goodbye, or I'll see you around, or, in his wildest fantasies, I love you, please don't go. An announcement over the PA system stopped him in his tracks. Like all announcements in crowded places, it was barely comprehensible, but the sign for Sam's check-in changed in response. Gotta go, Sam said, smiling again. Wish me luck? Good luck, Ben said. It was the least he could do. Go be amazing. Sam's face broke into a grin. I'm always amazing. He swooped in, kissed Ben on the cheek, and then headed for the check-in queue. Ben's heart pounded in his chest as he looked around to see if anyone had noticed that, if anyone was going to say anything. They didn't, but his reaction told him what he already knew. He couldn't have Sam. He couldn't handle being out. He could barely handle admitting to himself that he even had a closet to be in. This was for the best. If he loved Sam, and he did, and he knew he did as he watched him walk away, then letting him go was best for both of them. Ben waited until Sam was well and truly entrenched in the line, then ducked out of departures to head back to his car. He let tears come once he got there, sniffing as he shoved the keys into the ignition with a lot more force than necessary. This was better. This was better. As long as he kept telling himself that, he'd be fine. Chapter 1. The moment Sam got out of the elevator on the floor Ben's office was meant to be on, he started to feel like he was making a terrible mistake. This was a long, long way from the noisy, darkened newspaper offices he'd been used to back when he and Ben had been inseparable. This place was nice. It had a huge window letting light in, and people seemed to have permanent desks, and everything was bright and colorful, and no one was shouting. This was a world he didn't belong in anymore. He'd come all this way now, though. There was no point in stopping at the final hurdle.
You look lost,
a young, pretty woman said to him. Sam felt lost, so that wasn't really a surprise. I'm looking for Ben Osborne's office, he said. It was too late to turn back now.
Third door along.
She nodded to a row of evenly spaced doors on the opposite side of the building, each one with a neat brass plaque in the middle.
Good luck?
Sam raised an eyebrow, not sure why he was being wished luck by a total stranger. Kids these days were weird. He hated that he was thinking of an adult with a job as a kid, but he had a solid 15 years on her by the looks of it. Maybe a little more. Their age gap was probably old enough to vote. A lot of the people milling around were the same age. 37 hadn't felt all that old until right this moment. Steeling himself, Sam crossed